Hi dear friends, my name is Vinod Kumar Ventari. Welcome to Vinod's English. Today let's talk about reading tasks of OET. Well, many people ask me how can they score more than 30, more than 35 or 42 out of 42. Yes, it's possible. It's possible only if you take and understand some of the things which you need to actually follow definitely in your reading tasks. Some of the students, candidates are able to actually score 42 out of 42 because they have shown or they have been showing keen interest in reading for a long span of years. Well, and in case of everybody else, it may not really be possible. Some of them are actually trying to read just for the purpose, or they are reading it just for the purpose of completing that, because they feel that their reading actually as a task or an activity is not really interesting for most of the people or to that specific group of people. Well, we understand how can we actually master that once. First of all, follow a disciplined way of reading. Every day you need to actually complete one set of reading. That means part A, part B and part C. Well, if you are unable to actually complete part B and part C, at least do part A every day, because you need to keep in touch with the reading task or activity every single day. Before you write the examination, make sure that you complete more than 100 papers. I mean 100 reading set, part A, part B, part C, 100 each, or 100 reading of the OET must be completed minimum. Do you really think or do you have any doubts regarding that, whether 100 actually gives you B grade or A grade in reading? Yeah, probably you might ask when you listen to my words, what happens with the 100? I never mean that 100 as a numerical number. I mean the more you do, the more you can actually get the score. Well, and one more thing you need to actually understand, it's not actually limited to 100, the more than 150 or 200. See, even without the help of a trainer or a coach, or probably even without the advice of anybody else from outside, or probably you cannot actually you know you cannot actually have a huge dependence on anybody else to some extent, that you can actually keep yourself alone and practice from your home or from your workplace. What I mean is that you don't really have to depend on anybody else. If you practice more than 100 or 200 papers of reading activity and all, you come to a flow with the reading and you understand what is the general nature of the reading materials, and probably when you write the examination, your mind will be filled with reserve of confidence, and that can successfully be used productively, be tailored, and also you can execute all the things and learnings which you have actually gained throughout the days of practice at your home or workplace. Well, in the examination, you feel yourself confident provided you do number of obviously worksheets or practice sheets. So make sure that you do number of practice sheets. If you think these two things, you can score very well in OET reading examination. Well, a disciplined and a continuous practice every day, not leaving any single day. At least 5 minutes or 10 minutes must be spent for reading. And secondly, understand the more you do, the more you can score. These are the two things everybody has to think. But a lot of strategies like reading from the question, going to the text and then go to the options, or reading the text first, reading the questions next, and finally to the option, and also underlining the keywords and all that, which I have already explained. But reading as a skill has to be developed. A kind of an affinity and a kind of an affiliation, as well a kind of taste must be developed, and interest must be developed towards reading. And if you do so with these two sorts of practices, like disciplined way of reading and also reading every single day, and also making sure that you actually practice number of hits, will drive again you, give you, will help you to achieve definitely greater success in OET reading. Thank you very much.